Today is Thursday, the 7th of December 2017, and welcome to Navigating Your Day. So 7 in Jinshin came into the universe meaning victory or perfect life power. 7 is associated with spirituality. It's associated with a connection to that which is bigger than we are. It's associated with the answers for ourselves individually of what it means to be here and what the purpose is for us being here on earth in this incarnation. 7 is the mystic and 7 is the loner. So 7s can be very sociable. They love to be out and about, but only on their own terms. They actually need time on their own to regenerate and to recover and to connect to that essence of who they really are. So today, it would be useful if you can create just 1 or 2 little bubbles of peace for yourself where you can just be quiet and you can reflect and you can just be still, basically. So something like meditation or a walk in nature or lying on the lawn, whatever it is, just so that you can actually regroup and regather. 7 is a water number, so it is about emotion, but 7 is like the iceberg. The part that you see is the tiny part, and the big part is actually happening underneath the ground. So 7s are very private. They hate having their privacy invaded. They don't mind sharing, but on their own terms, they don't like to have their privacy invaded. So you might find yourself being very, very sensitive about anybody looking in your files, looking on your phone, looking in your handbag, or prying into your life too much. We have, of course, got the 3 from December and the 1 from 2017, which means we have water, we have fire, and we have air in the root of the life map, which is a lot more balanced, which means today the energy should be a bit calmer, not as frenetic and as frantic or as up in the air or volatile as it has been in the last couple of days. The 3 is the long-term strategist, the planner, the one who can actually see into the future and can actually clearly visualize the goal. So today, when we connect to who we really are, when we can connect to why we think we are here, then we can also set realistic goals as well as strategies on how we can reach them. And a lot of people are doing year planning for 2018 or thinking about what 2018, they would like 2018 to be for them, or what goals they'd like to achieve in 2018. This is a good time to actually be doing that. Of course, when we align our will with divine will, when we align ourselves with the universal laws, then this movement towards our goals flows more. It's not easier, it doesn't have fewer obstacles, but like water, we flow around the obstacles as opposed to being completely dammed up by them. Of course, we've still got the energy of the 1, which is about integration. So the lesson of 2017 really has been integrating the disconnected parts of ourselves, and those, many of them, especially in this time over November and December, are connected to our shadow parts, those parts of ourselves that we generally don't want to look at, that we don't want to see, and that we basically want to put in the cupboard under the stairs because we're ashamed that we have them, or we judge them as being bad, or we're worried about what other people are going to think, or we don't want to hurt anyone else's feelings. So I've said this countless times, but you can only shine your light as brightly as you can integrate your shadow. This is not about fixing yourself. This is not about being better. This is just being about a more integrated version of you. And my belief system is that the reason why we're here is to become the most integrated parts of ourselves, because then we radiate who we are, and whatever we do is a natural expression of who we are. So we're very focused on the doing. We're very focused on the goals. We're very focused on what do we want and how are we going to get there. But we spend very little time asking ourselves, how do I want to be? Because if we spent a bit more time on how do I want to be, and that would be, I want to be the best version of myself, for example, or I want to be more integrated, or I want to face those parts of myself that I've been denying, or I want to go back and I want to go and revisit some of those wounds that I thought, been there, done there, got the t-shirt and moved on, and those things are actually dimming my light. Then the more we integrate those things into our lives and the more we grow as a result of those experiences, the more integrated and whole we become. And then, like a mirror, we start reflecting that integration back at everyone else that looks at us. And so we can affect the world and we can affect everyone in the world just by being who we are without necessarily being pressured to do anything in particular. The hero of today is the 2, and 2 enables us to see the balance. Remember, 2 is the one that is wisdom. So 2 enables us to see both sides. So if something seems to be really, really awesome, the 2 enables us to see the potential drawbacks in that situation. If things appear to be really awful, the 2 enables us to see the potential benefits. 2 is also the number of nurture and family. So 2 in this position enables us once more to nurture ourselves so that we can more effectively nurture those people that we love and our planet and everything around us. So it's about maintaining that balance between caring for yourself so that you can care for others. The villain of today is the 9, and 9 in this position is about being stubborn. So, we might be able to connect to who we really are. We might go, oh, that message was really amazing today. I love the idea of, just being who I really am and, integrating myself and becoming this being of radiance that affects people just by my presence. But I don't want to change anything about myself. So in other words, I want the quick fix. I don't really have to pay. So please, if you could just give me a pill that could make me get this instantly without any pain and without having to experience any negative emotion and without much struggle, that would be great. And if if you can't do that, I think I'll just stay the way I am. So that stubbornness of the 9 in the villain position can actually hamper us from expanding into our most authentic self. So do be aware of that. Safety energy lock number 7 is located on the ring finger. So if we hold our ring fingers today, we harmonize our lung and large intestine organ function energy. We harmonize the emotions of deep sadness and grief. And usually underneath anger or anxiety or any of those lies the deep sadness and grief. And that enables us to let go. And letting go enables us to become more expansive and to integrate more parts of ourselves and to expand into a different version of who we are and where we want to actually go and what we want to be. So hold your ring finger. Because it harmonizes the lung organ function energy, it helps to harmonize the breath. And without the breath, remember, we are all dead. So hold your ring finger today. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.